Coming back to mentoring, who among your professors and clinical teachers were?
I guess there were really a relatively small group. Joe Dope, of course, in physiology was very, very important. Ashley Thompson, who was my direct supervisor in renal physiology, was very important. John Gemmell, who was professor of medicine at the time, was also very important to me, not only then but in my future career. He was a very, very important figure in my medical life for many years. There are other excellent clinicians with whom I had contact. Dwight Parkinson, a neurosurgeon, very unusual guy, very difficult man in many ways, but an excellent neurosurgeon. And I worked on his service for 6 weeks and learned more practical neurology in those 6 weeks, I think, that I've ever learned since. Excellent neurosurgeon, a very difficult man. A urologist, C.B. Stewart, who was the chief of urology at the Winnipeg Clinic. I was on his service for a month. I learned an awful lot of practical aspects of surgical technique and surgical approaches from him. So those were some of the people I remember going through medical school.
Looking
But
back,
principally Joe Dope. I mean, he was the man who he also, I don't, you've certainly heard others talk about it. He's a very unusual.
also,
Very, very reticent. He was a type 1 diabetic. Didn't take care of himself. Smoked one cigarette after the other. Saved very, very little. But had this concept of how to energize medical students with respect to research. When I decided to work with Ashley Thompson, I had to have an interview with him in renal physiology. I had to have an interview with him. So I was meeting him in his office, asking him if he knew what I would be doing. And he said, Ashley Thompson has this peculiar idea of standing you on your head for a few hours to see if that affects renal function. And I started to laugh. I said, well, at least he's got a sense of humor. 2 weeks later, at the Deer Lodge Laboratory, I was on a tilt board on my head to see if change in intracranial volume would affect kidney function. So I realized he wasn't joking. He was a very peculiar man and died with a lot of complications of diabetes. Blindness, he couldn't read, which was terribly blow to him. But despite his peculiarities, he was very much a fan. He was very much a supporter of the students, always on their side, but had this vision of exploiting the talents in the medical school class that were undoubtedly there to interest people in medical research, and was very successful. The people who went through that MSc program, Henry Friesen, Marty Hollenberg, Norman Hollenberg, John Dirks, and on and on and on and on. If you look across the country at a lot of the Manitoba graduates who are in position of senior positions in Canadian medicine, most of them went through that program.
is this a testament to the program or to a particular brilliant moment in the recruitment of young people into medicine in Manitoba?
I think that Joe Dope was one of the first to realize that if you expose medical students to medical research during their undergraduate careers, you will influence their thinking throughout their lives in medicine. Not many people understood that at that time. Most people felt if you wanted to do medical research and you were a doctor, firstly you were a very peculiar person because there weren't very many people in that field. But you got your clinical training and then you did your research. But Joe Dope had the view that the way to turn medical students on is to expose them at a very early stage. And he was absolutely right. I mean, before I started that program, I had absolutely no idea that medical research was going to interest me. After completing that program, I knew that this is really what I wanted to do. And I think that was exactly the way John Dirks felt and Henry Friesen and others of us who went through that program.